For the past year and a half, Marjorie Taylor Greene has actually been raising a lot of money for her re-election campaign. Now, of course, we all know that she wasn't able to raise money for that joint political action committee that she had with Matt Gaetz. That thing effectively went pretty much bankrupt because they couldn't raise any money. But as far as her own campaign has been concerned, she's done pretty well for herself. Until, of course, this year. On Friday, candidates and incumbents and just regular old politicians had to release their quarterly financial statements. And it turns out that Marjorie Taylor Greene now has a $314,000 deficit in her first quarter fundraising for 2022. And to make matters even worse, she had to go back and revise 3 previous filings, meaning that she had over-reported about $100,000 in revenue from her campaign. So she's not doing as well as we had previously thought. Now, of course, she does still have $3 million cash on hand, which for her little deep red district should be more than enough to ensure that she gets reelected, assuming, of course, she is allowed to even be on the ballot and that she survives her primary challenge, which again, I think she's okay with the primary challenge. The ballot eligibility challenge, on the other hand, might be a different story. But the big takeaway, of course, is that she is spending money faster than it is coming in. And the real irony is that most of the money she is spending is on fundraising efforts. So she has all this money and she's spending it to raise more money, but she's not bringing the more money in, so she is just flushing money down the toilet, hoping that more pops out of the back, and it's not materializing. And of course, there's several reasons for this. I think the biggest one, of course, is that Marjorie Taylor Greene does not sit on any committees, and therefore the corporate cash isn't flowing to her the same way it would be flowing to other candidates. To put it another way, she actually can't be bought off to do things for corporations at the moment. So they're going to spend their money where they can actually have an immediate impact and get all those favors that they want. Now, if she survives the ballot challenge and wins re-election, gets back on a committee next year, yes, that corporate money is once again going to start flowing to Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's probably why she had a much better 2021 than she is 2022. And you also have to factor in a little bit that people are just plain sick of it. Not that her district is, which unfortunately really is all that matters, but when you're talking about a small rural district in Georgia, you don't really have a lot of wells to tap there. So once those people effectively give all that they can, you're not going to draw a ton of money from outside of your district because people simply cannot stand you. Not to mention, you've also bled a lot of those people dry with your political action committee with Matt Gaetz, which of course spent more than it was able to bring in, so that went under, but those donors are also tapped out. So financially speaking, Marjorie Taylor Greene is not in a great place. She's not in a horrible place, because again, she still has the $3 million cash on hand. But in a political campaign, you can run through that money pretty quickly, and she could be left with virtually nothing heading into the general. But again, deep red district, so even if she went into the general election campaign with $0, if she is the nominee, she still stands a pretty good chance of winning that race. One of today's video sponsors is Emmy, a plant-based ramen noodle that packs a huge amount of protein and minerals into your diet without adding the level of carbs found in instant ramen noodles. And right now they've got a special offer for our Ring of Fire viewers. Go to emmyeats.com, that's IMMI eats.com/ROF, and enter the code ROF at checkout to get $5 off of a variety pack. Emmy is low carb. With only 6 grams of net carbs per serving, Emmy makes it easy to reach your health goals. Has a high level of protein, 21 grams of protein to be exact, and each serving of Emmy helps you to stay full longer. Emmy is 100% plant-based and dairy-free, and it's good for digestive health with 18 grams of fiber, which is up to 4 times more fiber than other instant ramen brands. And unlike the sodium and preservative-laden ramen packs on the shelf, Emmy's nutrition-packed ramen has up to 35% less sodium than their competitors, and it leaves you full and satisfied without the post-ramen bloating and thirst. Emmy is super easy to prepare in the microwave or stovetop, and you can have a bowl ready in just 7 minutes. The delicious flavors include spicy beef ramen and black garlic chicken ramen. Emmy is also proud to offer a 100% happiness guarantee, so you can try Emmy risk-free and decide for yourself if Emmy is worth it. If you're not happy with your Emmy, they will offer you a full refund within 30 days of your purchase. So click the link below and use code ROF at checkout, or go to emmyeats.com, that's immyeats.com/ROF for $5 off your order. That's emmyeats.com/ROF, or simply click the link below and use code ROF for $5 off a variety pack today.